All right, good evening, YouTubers. It's Saturday night here in Florida, and shocker, pouring rain out there. So, watching a little football. Got the Georgia game on tonight. They're not doing too well. They're getting beat by Auburn right now in the third quarter. So, a little bummed out about that. Having a beer. Cheers. So, I wanted to talk about my camera. I've had it a couple of weeks now, actually since Halloween. So had a chance to use it a couple of times, and it's fantastic. So I just great purchase. I'm glad I bought it, and I wanted to talk about what I chose and why I chose the parts that I chose. So I'll put some pictures in along the way throughout the video to show you what I bought and where you could pick it up if you want to either do some more research or go buy it. But I bought it piecemeal, so I didn't buy the creator kit or a standard package that vloggers use or whatever. But I chose to pick up the pieces and assemble everything myself. So the first piece is I bought a Canon T5i. It's also known as the 700D, but in the United States the model number is EOS Rebel T5i. So the reason I chose the T5i is because it has the features that I want, and it also hits the price point that I was looking to spend. So I was looking to spend around $400 on the body, just the body itself of the camera. And I wanted something that was a little more robust than just a handheld one-shot type of portable camera. So I think the DSLR is the way to go. I can take photos, I can take video, I can mount it to tripod. I can do all the things that I really wanted to do with the camera. Plus, it has some features specifically for vlogging that I was after. And the number one feature that I was looking for was the flip out LCD screen. So it has that. It's a touch screen. So the screen actually flips out from the back of the camera. You can flip it around where if you're pointing and shooting, you can look at the LCD, or if you have the camera kind of set up like this where I'm filming my face, the LCD screen flips around the other way, and I can actually see it. And you can probably see me staring at it over there because I'm not used to it yet. But so that was, I would say, the number one feature that I was looking for. Obviously, probably back up, number one feature is it's got to do 1080p video. So this one does 1080p 30 frames. So that's what I wanted. Most cameras do that now. Even your smartphone does that, if not 60 frames. So the number two was the flip out screen. I had to have that. And number three was I wanted an external microphone port. So that's where you eliminate a lot of cameras. Some of the cheaper DSLRs, point and shoots, none of them have it, is the external microphone. So if you plan on using like a shotgun microphone on top of the camera or a lavalier microphone like you see right here, you can't do that with a lot of the cameras, like the T5 or the T6 or I don't even think the G7X. I mean, that's a handheld vlogging camera in your face. So if you're going to run and gun and do vlogging like, some of the daily vloggers, then the G7X is probably the camera because it's small. But if you're going to, set up on a tripod like this and do either talk to the camera or do projects in front of the camera, I think DSLR is the way to go. So flip out screen, external microphone, interchangeable lenses. So after I got the body, I then went and researched lenses, and If you just buy the T5i kit, it comes with a stock lens, which is really only about 30-40 bucks. It's a standard, cheap 18 to 55 millimeter zoom lens, and I wanted something different than that. So I didn't purchase the lens as part of the camera. I purchased the lens separately. And the lens I got was the EFS 10 to 18 millimeter. So it's a wide angle lens to do just this, which is, vlogging in front of the camera. I've got it actually zoomed in right now to 18, but I mean, you can see I'm sitting maybe 2 feet from the camera, and if I go out to 10, I can get pretty much the entire garage here. So very wide angle. I think it works for what I'm trying to do here, and I'm researching different lenses for other purposes, but for right now I'm happy with the 10 to 18. So you just put it on a tripod, get it where you need it, and you get a nice wide field of view where if you're working on a car or a project inside the garage here, or my reloading, there's plenty of wide angle viewing available. So got the camera, got the lens, then I wanted a tripod. So initially I was just going to get a cheap Amazon Basics $15 tripod, but after doing some reviews of a lot of different tripods, one was recommended that you either want to spend $15 on a tripod or something like $50 on a tripod or $200 on a tripod. So I narrowed it down and said, okay, I'm willing to spend $50 on a tripod. So I actually asked some questions on some of the forums and Facebook groups, and someone recommended this. I'll probably butcher the name. It's Dolica, D-O-L-I-C-A. I don't know if it's Dolica or Dolica. Proline aluminum tripod. And it's got actually a mount on top, pan tilt, raises up to like 60 something inches, or collapses down to about 18. So love the tripod. I'll post a picture of that as well. And so far so good. It's absolutely sturdy, and it's performing very well. So the next thing I wanted to get was an external microphone. So there's a couple of ways to go there. You can get a shotgun microphone that mounts to the shoe on top of the camera, but they work very well when you're sitting in front of them. But if I was going to view a project out in the driveway or in the garage here, and I'm more than 3, 4, 5, 6 feet away from it, it's not going to work very good. So I decided against a shotgun microphone, and instead I went with a lavalier microphone. And I bought did a lot of research, and again, you can spend anywhere from $10 to $100 or $200 on a simple lapel mic. So I chose to spend about $25, I think, and I bought the purple Panda. So there's lots of different ones. Sony makes one. Lots of different companies Rode makes one. All kinds of different ones. But this one got consistently very good reviews, and that's what I purchased. So it's got about a 6-foot cord. It's a mono microphone with actually it's not. It's a tri-band microphone that'll plug straight into your smart camera, but it comes with an adapter also to convert it down to a stereo microphone, which then can plug into your camera. And it also comes with an adapter for a GoPro. So you can plug it into a camera, you can plug it into a phone, or a camera, or a GoPro. Well, so that's cool. It also came with an extension cord, which I think is about 15 to 20 feet. So I could really extend out if I wanted to do that. And it also came with a wind deflection little cover, which I haven't tried yet. So that's what you're listening to right now. I'm actually plugged straight into the camera with the lavalier mic, and I've had really good luck with it so far, and I really like it. So, but it didn't stop there. So there was, you know, with choosing a lavalier mic, now you're tethered to the camera or not. So what I chose to do, instead of getting a shotgun microphone so I can go mobile, I chose to get a separate video or a sound recorder. So I bought the Zoom H1, and what this is a little pocket voice recorder, and it actually has two very good microphones on the top of it, so I can really just speak into this like you can interview, or you can just sit it right in front of you, out of view like that, and I could talk and it would be very good. Or the way I'm going to use it mostly, I think, is to plug my lavalier microphone into it, turn it on, and then I can put it in my pocket. This thing's very small, so I can put it right in my pocket, and then I can go mobile. So the one drawback to this concept, and it's not really a drawback, I don't think, because I've done it and it's not that hard, is that you have to sync the audio and video separately. So you end up with an audio track on an SD card from the pocket recorder, the Zoom H1, and then you end up with a video and audio track on your DSLR camera. So you got to put those two together, right? Video and audio, and sync them up. So that sounds hard, but with the software, and I think any software that does video editing does this, it's really not that hard. I'm using Adobe Premiere Elements 2018, and the way that I found to do it, and I saw this on YouTube, so this wasn't something that I made up, but you use the audio on the camera at the same time as you're using the separate audio device. And then when you start recording, you clap your hands. Just like the movie people, when they do the clapper board, they're doing that because they want a point in time to go back and sync external audio to video. External audio is always better than onboard audio with a camera. So that's why they're doing that. So when you get 3 claps, you can go back in, you bring your video footage in, which has an audio track on it, and then you bring the audio track in from the Zoom, and you can see the 3 spikes from the claps, right? And maybe I'll show this in another video on how to do this, but it's really not that hard. Once you get the audio track in, then you can zoom in to where those 3 claps are in the track, and you can line up that external audio track exactly with the onboard audio track from the camera. And once you get it aligned perfectly, which is really easy, it's just drag and drop, then you go in and split the audio and video from the camera and delete the audio track that was recorded by the camera. So now you have the video track remaining, and then your external audio track, which is now synced to your video. So once you get those synced together, you can render that into one piece, and then you can go in and use normal editing techniques to edit down the size and length of the video, right? So so far so good. I've been playing a little bit with the preamp settings to make sure that the sound is loud enough. That took a little bit of finagling, but it wasn't hard. It's very easy. It's got a button right on the side that you go up or down, and it's just a matter of trial and error, really, to get the the audio correct, get the levels of the audio correct. So the Zoom H1 has excellent reviews. They make more expensive versions. This version is like $99. I got it on sale for $85 because they had a 15% coupon. So we'll talk about the cost of all this, because I feel like a lot of people don't share the cost of things. I got the camera body on sale because Canon. I bought a refurbished camera from Canon, so it was already discounted, and then they had a Halloween sale where they were giving free shipping and 15% off. So I ended up paying, all told, about $380, I believe, for the camera body for the T5i. And then the lens was regular. It's also a refurbished lens. Its regular price is like $279, and with it being refurbished, it was down to $220, I think. And then I got 15% off of that, so it was right around $200 for the lens. So all told, camera and lens, I'm in at right around just under $600. The tripod was $50, so I'm in, let's just call it $650. $25 for the microphone, $675, and then $85 for the zoom. So horrible with math here. $675, $775, $765, $760. So I'm in, under $800 for the exact setup that I wanted. So you might say, well, gosh, you can go buy the whole T5i creator kit for $729, I think, or $699, or somewhere $799. I don't know, right in there somewhere. But it comes with a lot of stuff that you just kind of don't need. It comes with an 18 of the stock lens, which is 18 to 55, which is not a very good lens. And then it comes with this big zoom lens, which that's okay if you're going to shoot photos, but it's not something you're going to use to make videos. And then it comes with all these accessories and all this stuff that you don't really need. So, if that's the way to go for some people, I understand that. It's not something I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to pick the pieces that I wanted and get the product that I wanted all at one time. So, I don't think I did too bad. There was one more piece. Obviously, I had to buy a memory card. And I got the ultra high speed Samsung Pro 32 gigabyte SD card. So the camera came with a battery. I think the battery is supposed to last about 3 hours. I don't know yet. I haven't done that much footage. So I do think I'll end up with extra batteries. So that's something that I want to pick up at Christmas time here. And beyond that, I think there's probably a use case for a shotgun microphone in the future, but for right now, I don't think I need it. And apologize, I'm watching the game here a little bit. Looks like we're going to lose. Anyways, so again, I'm going to put product links and maybe pictures of the products that I chose in throughout the video, and that way, if you like the video and you decide maybe it's something you want to research or look at or buy, I'll give you the information within the video. So they make a T6i, they make a T7i. Nikon makes a 5300 or a 5500, or all those cameras are pretty similar. This one has, I think, 7 or 9 different crosshatch autofocus capability, and I think some of the newer models have even better autofocus capability. But I think this one, at its price point, the T5i, is probably the best camera for that budget range, that $400 to $500 range of camera. It's got probably the best features in that range. Now, if you want to step up your game, maybe you go to a T5i, and again, that's about an $800 camera. Better autofocus, some better features, newer processor, that kind of thing. And then you start stepping up from there to, 70D, 80D, 5D Mark II. Now you're getting into the $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 cameras. So if you're just kicking it around on the weekend, getting started, which is what I'm doing, I chose the $400 to $500 range, and I tried to choose the best parts that I could afford, with the best quality, and go with that. So that's all I got for you tonight. Again, I'll put links and descriptions and pictures of the products that I bought. Feel free, obviously, to go out and do your own research. But this is, my research showed this was the right setup for me. So that's what I ended up with, and you can see the quality right now. You can hear the quality of the microphone, and I think it's something that's very viable for video creators. So if you wouldn't mind, hit that like button if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button, the red one over there, and make sure you don't miss out on some of my future content. All right, thank you.